What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 11 of the Twisted League series. At the end of the last one, I got to 99 construction, and I got the only skill cape that you're actually able to get in the league. And the next goal we're going to be doing is 99 hunter, but before that, I have a bunch of herbs I can use right now. So what we're going to be doing is chilling in the farming guild, and I'm going to be doing contracts in between making all of these. I do have a contract right now that is to grow some Renars, and I have those here already. But the first thing before we do anything here, I'm going to go over here and check health on my magic tree, and that is going to be 85 farming. And with 85 farming, I can do high level contracts, which are the ones I'm going to be doing all the way up until the end of the league. So of course, outside of this league, this amount of herbs wouldn't really be too much XP, but since I have 20 times multiplier on my herb XP, it's going to be quite a bit. So I'm just going to work through all these, do some contracts. We're currently at 62 herb lore. We'll see what happens. I figured I'd show you guys opening these first two seed boxes. So I got the one for my Renar, and then I got a Snape Grass hard contract, which I already had grown. And now my next contract is to grow another magic tree. I have plenty of magic seeds, so I'm not too worried about that. It would have been nice if I had managed to get 85 before coming here. Then I would have just gotten another contract. Let's see what we get from these. I'm just going to spam them. Hopefully those are all Irits. Wow, they were Irits. 21 Irit seeds. If you guys want me to put into perspective, with 20 times XP and 3 times Harvester, how much XP this is like 800 Herblore XP. So this is where all the crazy XP is about to come in. 330 Prey Pots, 144 Super Attacks, and 33 Super Strengths to make. So let's go ahead and just start doing this. I do want to show you guys the crazy XP drop. So each prayer potion is 1,750 XP. Level 70 herb lore already. I still have like 150 prey pots to make, and I've already gained 400,000 XP. I was thinking I'd run out of herbs. I didn't think I'd be running out of vials of water. I do have 43 white berries and the herbs I need in order to make super defense pots, but I don't have any freaking vials of water left. And honestly, right now, I just can't be asked going through the whole process and getting more of these, so I'm just gonna let these sit in my bank. I gained over 1 million herb XP from the pots I had saved up there, and I did also get up to level 76 herb. If you look at the top here, some pretty nice starter supplies for when I start doing Slayer. I can pretty much just keep my overhead up the whole time and not even have to worry about draining prey pots. So it's kind of nice that I have all these to start out with, and I still wasn't able to finish my contract because my magic tree is still growing. Before I start hunting chins, I need a way to shoot them if they run away from my traps. Originally, I was going to use ranged and the iron arrows that I got from the maze random event. I think I'm just going to be using magic. Since I already have level 99, I probably won't hit any zeros on it. And I'm just going to use fire strike for that. At level 99 mage and fire strike, it should be pretty easy to one hit the chins. Alright, so here we go, guys. This is going to be an adventure. It was pretty hard to find a world. It took me probably like 10 minutes because there's so many people doing this. There's 4 different spawns here, so you can have 4 people per world doing this. I don't know what the XP rates are going to be. We are starting off at level 61 though, and I do already have 148 chins on me. And yeah, I'm just going to grind hunter for like the 15th time, and we'll see how this goes. So we're 1 hour in so far, up to level 72 hunter, and the XP you guys see up in this counter here is the amount of XP I got from my first hour. 658k with 4 traps and a low hunter level. Once I can use 5 traps at level 80 and my hunter level is a bit higher, I'm expecting to get over 1 million XP per hour here, and that's even without the 20 times. So if you have the Gatherer Relic, you could probably get like 2 mil XP per hour here. And we're also up to almost 500 chins. I am going to go eat right now, so hopefully when I get back, I'm able to find a world. It's pretty late right now, so I don't think there's going to be too many people on. Alright, level 80 hunter, so I can now plant another trap here. So the XP per hour now is going to be going up by a lot. As you guys see, I've shifted into another corner over here. This corner kind of seems to be more XP per hour than the one I was using before. Another thing is, you'd kind of like think, yeah, I want to be alone here, but I feel like the more people that are here, the more XP per hour you get, because if your chin wanders off, it can just go into somebody else's trap and it'll return back to its spawn point. So it's kind of beneficial to have so many people doing this with you. Level 85 hunter, my XP rates are also up to 1.1 mil per hour now, and my chin stack is currently a little bit under 2,000. 90 hunter, almost 2.7k chins now, and depending on if I get crashed or not, I have around 7 more hours left to go until 99. So originally I was planning to do an update once I reached level 95 hunter, but then I realized I was also close to 1600 total, so I figured I'd just do it now. There's level 97 hunter and also 1600 total, and I'm about 2 hours away from getting to level 99 now, and chin stack is also over 5,000 now. All right, here we are, guys, the 10th 99 on the account, level 99 hunter, And with this being done, I can now move on to doing Slayer. So we got a total of 6,566 chins, which I will be using when I'm doing Slayer. And the majority of them I'll be throwing at Dust Devils and Jellies. So when it comes to Slayer, there's like a few metas going around. A lot of people are using magic short bows and broad arrows, and they're also using magic. And they're using those a lot more than they're using melee. So I'm not too sure yet if I want to go for a rune simi or just try to get it off a fire giant task eventually. The first thing I need to do before anything though is get to the level I need to wield these chins, which is level 45. So if I get a Slayer task, I can use those. And I think the best way to get those is going to be from sand crabs. Before I head to sand crabs, I'm going to be making some steel knives. It's probably the best thing I can think of in order to get my levels up. I'm just going to be making 250 of them right now. As you guys see me get to 55 smithing. So for 250 knives, I need to make 50 steel bars, which will go relatively quickly. I'm using the worse furnace than the other one I showed you guys just because I'm closer to it right now, and I'm not making many bars, so it really doesn't matter much. So here's another thing for you guys that I haven't shown in a video yet. So this is in the main castle in the center. The bank at the very top, you go down both stairs and then you run to the end of the hall, and I'll show you guys what that is in a second. So basically just follow where I'm going right now, and this is the closest possible anvil to a bank that you can get to on Zaya. So in the future, if I do need to smith anything else, this is the route I'm going to be taking. For now though, we are going to be making all of these into knives, which might even get me to 57 smithing. 250 knives made up to 57 smithing, pretty close to 58, but I didn't quite get it sadly. I can't actually throw these knives until I'm level 5 ranged. So to get to 5, I'm just going to be using a short bow and the iron arrows I got from the maze random event, if you guys remember that when I was doing rune crafting. I don't know if this is going to be fast, if this is going to be slow. It's super AFK, and that's really all I care about right now. For right now, obviously it's going to be super slow since I'm freaking level 1 ranged. I'm hoping these 250 steel knives are enough. I am going to be consistently picking them up when I'm using them to try to make them last as long as possible. These steel knives, man, they freaking destroy. There's level 45 ranged, and I still have 100 knives left, so I made a lot more than I actually needed. That only took me like 15 minutes. I did also get up to 42 hit points. So with this level, I can now throw my chins. Actually, you know what? I need level 50 magic to use magic bows, so I'm just gonna go back and actually get level 50 first. Alright, there's level 50 ranged. I was really nervous I wasn't gonna get that. I only have 36 knives left, so it was pretty close. The next thing on my list is going to be getting my prayer up to level 43 so I can use all the protections. I'm at level 17 right now, and I thought a lot about how I wanted to do this, and I think the best way is going to be safe spotting red dragons. I'm just going to use Fire Wave on them. I'm also going to be making a Limestone Altar in my house, and if I light both of those burners, it'll take me a total of 24 dragon bones to get to 43. This was a little oversight by me. I need to get an AntiFire Shield, and the only way to get that is from one of the stores in the Shazian house, and in order to access that store, I have to get to 20% favor. Healing each one of these guys is 0.1%, so the starting favor isn't too bad. 20% favor completed. Now to head over to the store. Okay, now I have the anti-dragon shield, and another thing I need to buy here, I'm going to go into weapons. Yeah, let me see if I can find it in here. There's so much stuff in here. I need to buy the adamant sword. I don't know what's up with the stock on this. I'm gonna hop a few worlds and see if I can buy it. This is what I'm gonna be using to get my attack up to level 40 and hopefully eventually use the rune simi. It took like 8 worlds to finally find one in stock, but there's the 2 items bought that I need. Now with this, I'm gonna get all my runes ready and I'm gonna head over to the red dragons. My original plan here was to pick up 6 red dragon hides and have the tanner tan these, but I have to kill like this boss guy, Olbertus, whatever the heck his name is, and he's like level 180, and I can't do that without Protect from Magic. So I'm just going to kill 24 of these for the bones, and then I'll come back later when I have Protection Prayers and make my red D-Hide. There's a safe spot for doing this that's pretty easy. You just have to stand in this corner over here. Once again, I am going to be using my defensive casting so I can get my defense as high as I can. As you guys can tell though, Fire Wave is absolutely destroying these things. This was very, very quick. I got my 24 bones now that I need, and I did also get 200,000 more magic XP. I got my defense up from 30 to 42, and I'm also at level 50 hit points, so I got some nice levels off that too. So for the next step, I need to get all the supplies I need to build the altar and the burners in my house. First step here is to build my chapel, so rip another 50k. So something about the limestone altar, this is the best possible altar that you can get in the league. You can't build the marble and you can't build the gilded altar because you can't get marble blocks and you can't get gold leaves. 18,200 XP, that's going to be pretty nice for some free ranks. And there's also the incense burners built. So with the limestone altar, you get 275% higher experience, and I believe the gilded altar is 350%, so it's not quite as good. For instance, you get 252 XP per dragon bone with 2 incense burners lit, and on this altar I'll get I think 198, so it's a little bit more than 50 less, but it's still really good XP. So in the future If I do like Hydra and stuff, I'm going to be saving the bones and using it on this altar. So you guys ready to see some of the craziest XP drops you're ever going to see? This 17, what level am I? 17. I'm going to go from 17 to 43 in like, I don't know, 20 seconds or so. Like, just look at the levels in my chat, dude. This is crazy. And there it is, level 43 prayer. Thankfully, my math wasn't messed up like it usually is. We did also hit 1,700 total. I was 1,600 total literally less than an hour ago. There's one more thing I have left to do before I can start doing Slayer, and I'll show you guys what that is in a second. I'd say for like 95% of Slayer, I'm not going to need any food because I'm either going to be keeping my overheads up or prey flicking. But for certain tasks, like most of the dragon tasks, since anti-fires are kind of hard to get, you have to tank those. And for that, I'm just going to be making all of the food I got from Wintertodd, and there's a lot of it. 244 swordfish, 360 sharks, and a few other food. I'm going to be cooking all of these. I'll cook one shark to show you guys. 4,200 XP from a freaking shark. I figured I'd reset my cooking counter too. I'm curious as to how much XP I'm really going to get. 3.5 million more cooking XP, almost 17 mil now from all the fish. I did also set up a mini tab I can use for Slayer. Put all my potions in here, all my runes, all my food, and also my arrow shafts, which I will eventually be making while I'm doing Slayer. I didn't mention this when I got them, but I did get 4 Law Rune drops when I was killing red dragons. I don't know what the drop rate is for those there, but I only got them once, and thankfully I did get them because for all of Slayer, I'm going to be camping the Arceus spellbook and using this Battlefront teleport. And what this does is takes you pretty much right next to where Konar is. If you guys remember before, I was mentioning every single time I finish a Slayer task, I'm going to go to the farming guild and do contracts and all the stuff in there before getting my next task. So every time I finish a task, my route's going to be teleport here, run to the farming guild, do all that, and then run up to here, which is where Konar is. So over 2 weeks of not doing Slayer yet, my first Slayer task is going to be 115 fire giants. This is perfect. I was mentioning that I didn't want to go for the rune semi off task, and I was just going to kill fire giants over time to get it passively. And now I have the chance to get it on my very first task. I'm just going to be fire waving these. My attack sucks, so I can't use melee right now, and my ranged sucks kind of too. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. As usual, I will show all of my stats on the screen. From here on out, the next probably like 5-6 videos is going to be me just straight up going for 99 Slayers. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Thanks as always for all the support on the series, and I'll see you guys in the next video.